Hello class 9. Today I am going to start with digestive system chapter of your book, but the portion with which I'll start this chapter is a bit different. I'll start with the dentition part, okay? And it's the teeth. Dentition means teeth. It have a very special role. They cut and break the food into smaller bits that we all know it. The small sized bits have a relatively larger surface area for the enzymes to act on for better digestion. And also, teeth help us in speaking. It also adds to facial beauty. Now, an adult human normally has 32 teeth. Okay. And these teeth are different in shape and perform different functions as follows. First of all, you need to know the various structures of the various kinds of teeth, like incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now, incisors are the four front teeth in the center of each jaw. Their cutting edges are broad and sharp like a chisel. They are used for biting and cutting. As you can see the picture beside, it's a very sharp edge, very sharp like a chisel. Canines are one on either side of the incisors in each jaw. These are conical and sharply pointed for holding and tearing the food. You see, incisors and canines both are having a conical and very sharp kind of a structure, but their functions are different. Incisors are for biting and cutting, and canines are for holding and tearing. The function also depends upon the location, means the position rather, in this case, position of the teeth, where they are present. Premolars are two on each side in each jaw next to the canines. Each premolars has two hill-like projections or cusps on its surface and hence known as bicuspid. Premolars help in grinding and crushing the food. Molars are the last three teeth on each side in each jaw. They have a larger surface than the premolars. They are principal grinders and crushers of food. The last molar of each side in each jaw is called wisdom tooth. The wisdom teeth are so called because they appear last at an age of about 17 to 20 years when the human body is reaching maturity. Thus, the human or mammalian teeth are different in shape and are called heterodont. This you must remember, that why human dentition is heterodont, because they are different in shape and are opposed to homodont teeth of other animals. And what are the examples of homodont dentition? Lizard and frog. And you also must remember from here, what is wisdom tooth? It's the last molar of each side in each jaw, and it appears at an age of about 17 to 20 years, but it may also vary. It's not that it only within 20 years of age it will come out, right? Now, mammalian teeth appear in two sets during life. In humans, the first set or milk teeth consists of 20 teeth, which start growing through the gums when the child is about 7 to 8 months old and are completed when he is about 2 years old. These temporarily fall out as a result of their roots being dissolved away in the jaw and are completely replaced by the permanent teeth by about 12 years of age. Clear? So this thing also we need to remember, what are temporary or deciduous teeth, what are permanent teeth, and at which age this comes out. Okay. Now, a special thing which we need to know is the dental formula. See, human child up to about 2 years. 2102 by 2102. Now, what are these 2102? Incisor, canines, premolars and molars. They are given strictly in the same order for one half of each jaw. Right? So, you have to maintain this sequence. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Similarly, the other half, the lower jaw, again, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Clear? So 2102 by 2102 gives 20. Because like 2, 1, 2. That is 5 by 5. That means upper jaw 5 and 5, 10. Lower jaw 5 and 5, 10. So 10 plus 10, 20. Total 20 teeth. Human adolescent up to about 17 to 20 years, 2122 by 2122. That means 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 2 molars. So 7 by 7, that means 7 plus 7, 14 in the upper jaw and 7 plus 7, 14 at the lower jaw. So it's 28. Human adult 2123 by 2123. You have to all learn these dental formulas. Okay. So it's 32, like it's 8 by 8. So upper jaw 16, lower jaw 16. So 32. Clear? Now, structure of a typical tooth. Before that, I want to mention that these two diagrams are very, very important for your exams. Please go through its structure properly and also the labelings, and you have to practice it also because it may come for your drawing also. Clear? Now, what is the basic structure that we need to know? The general structure of all types of teeth is the same. Each tooth consists of a crown or the part exposed above the gum, and the root or the part embedded in the cup-like socket of the jawbone. So these two things we have to remember. One is the crown, another is the root. Another thing we have to remember, that is neck. It is a slight constriction between the root and the crown. In a vertical section, the tooth shows the following parts. Enamel or the ivory is the material which covers the crown. It is the hardest substance in the body. You have to remember this, and I think you have also learned it in your GK book, that ivory is the most hardest substance in our body. Dentine forms the bulk of the tooth. It is harder than bone, but not as much as the enamel. It has minute canals through which run the strands of cytoplasm of the cells in pulp cavity. Cement, from the name itself, cement, it is another bone-like structure covering and fixing the root in position. Pulp is the soft connective tissue contained in the central space of the tooth. It consists of blood capillaries, lymph vessels, and nerve fibers, which are continuous below those of the body through the opening of the pulp cavity at the base of the root. You just need to know this much, that this is a soft connective tissue contained in the pulp cavity, and it consists of blood capillaries, lymph vessels, and nerve fibers. This much is all right. Okay, this much you must know. Okay students, so today I have finished off only a very small portion of the chapter, but it is actually why I have started with this portion of the chapter that I must say, that because in your reduced and revised syllabus, they have mentioned the dentition part separately, which is actually giving us a hint that this is a very important part for this year. So please go through this part very nicely, with all the diagrams properly, labelings properly, and the other portions of the digestive system will go through the next day, in the next video. So in this video, I have only taught you the portion of the teeth. So you must understand what are the basic structure of teeth, and also what are the basic labelings of the tooth structure, and what are the dental formulae, and what are the 4 types of teeth the humans have, and why do we called as heterodont. Okay, so this is the basic information about this part. Go through this part. If you face any problem, then you can come up with that in the comment box. Otherwise, if it's okay, then please learn it and revise the part. Okay, thank you.